Okay, so to win chess games, we've got to be able to play end games. You got to be able to play and win your end games. If we know how to win the end games, then perhaps we can kind of transition to a winning end game. It is white to play here, white to play, and find the winning move. So what move here will guarantee victory? Pause your video and think about it for a second. Okay, hopefully you paused the video. So in our last class we did cover end games in legendary chess, but you should always be keeping track of attacked pieces here. And in this case, black actually has two defenders of the rook, but we can chase the king away by just capturing this pawn here. And well, this is going to end up being a winning endgame anyway, so we can actually go ahead and just capture here, and they can capture back, and well, we have this outside pass pawn here, so we can essentially use this as a decoy. He's going to capture and then probably go running off this way, and we're just going to come in and go after these pawns, and we will win these pawns. He's going to get this pawn over here, but we're going to be able to queen after we eliminate those pawns. All right, let's move on to the next one here. All right, so it is black to play and find the winning move. Black to play and win. So hopefully you paused your video and you've thought about what you wanted to do here. So we must know that black's pieces are always going to start on the 7th rank, or black's pawns, I should say, always start on the 7th rank. So this pawn is just about to become a queen, which is pretty sweet here. So hopefully you pause your video if that's what you want to do here. But I think we can actually just go ahead and capture this pawn here. And the trouble is for white is they've just got too many problems. If we push this pawn up and they go to capture it, well, then we're just going to get a queen here with check. If we push this pawn up and they don't capture it, well, we're going to go ahead and push the pawn again, and there's no way the rook can stop both the pawns. So this is just a win for black. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so it is white to play and win here. How do we make this work? Pause your video and think about it. What would you do here as white? White to play. Pause that video. Okay, hopefully you've paused. But yeah, I think we can go ahead and just play this move here. If they capture our pawn, we're going to capture their rook. If they capture our rook, we're going to capture with a pawn and promote to a queen. So let's see what they do here. So they capture our pawn, and now we capture, and yeah, we should be able to win this game. We can just like move the rook here next, threatening the h pawn. If they push the h pawn, we'll capture the b pawn. If they push their pawn, so if we play this move here, if they push the pawn, we can capture and then just double back, pick up the pawn, and totally winning. Okay, let's look at the next one. All right, so it is black to play and win here. This is a pretty classic way to win an endgame. So black to play and win. Pause your video if you want to think about it here. But yeah, this is often something that can happen. You can actually sacrifice the rook. So you get this checking move. If they capture you, like they probably will, then we promote to a queen, checking the king, and we'll win this rook as well. So yeah, we can just sacrifice the rook. We get a queen with check. We pick up their rook. And, this isn't necessarily a one game, as they do have the pawn here. But we should be able to win the game if you play correctly. All right, let's move on to the next one here. All right, it is black to play once again and find the winning move. Black to play. What should we do here? And pause your video. Hopefully you paused your video. So yeah, we can probably just go ahead and move our king here, and we're going after this pawn. We're going to go ahead and sacrifice our bishop, but yeah, we're going to win this pawn, and then obviously we have to maintain protection of this pawn, but there's no way that white can stop us from promoting our g pawn there. Okay, let's look at one more here. So this will be a last one. It is white to play and win here. White to play. Go ahead and pause your video and think about it. Hopefully you paused your video, but yeah, we can go ahead and just capture this pawn, and then eventually they are going to have to back away from the defense of this pawn. So we can just move up here. They could move here, but then we're just going to move our pawn up, putting them in check. They can't go here because of this pawn, and you know, they can move back if they move there, but then we can just move up here, and then they're going to have to move away from the defense of the pawn. We're going to win the pawn, and that would be, yeah, we're going to be able to promote. Let's actually just take a look at that. We'll take a look closer in. So they capture, we capture, they move over, we can move up, and they can't even get in here. They could move here, we move here, say they move here, we can put them in check. They can move here, and now we move here, and now there's no way that they can maintain the defense of their pawn. That's taken away. Of course, our king's taken that away, so they can move here, and now we can win this pawn. And we could even go and just capture another pawn and have a couple of pass pawns that we have the possibility of making into queens. Okay. Yeah, thank you for joining me for that. End games, you know, that's a big part of the game. 16, you know, the world champion for 16 years, Gary Kasparov, from 1986 through 2001. You know, that's all he did when he was a young boy. He just did endgame puzzles. He had no other exposure to chess. He just did endgames. If you understand the endgame, then you know how to, you know, you can simplify down to what you know is a winning endgame and win the game more efficiently. Please join me for my Legendary Chess Club. I'm teaching classes online. We do 6 classes per week. Right now we're doing unlimited classes through August 18th. It's kind of an introductory deal, so it'd be great if you want to have your kiddo join us for that. The more people to play, the better. That would be great. So legendarychess.com. I will put a link in the description for getting to sign up for that youth program. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.